The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
.380. Push left.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson being chased out left. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Line 90. 43. Check. 43. Go. We got it. 40. 19. 43 is the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Mike,
throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Buying time. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
43 is the mic. You don't get this, boy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 7-yard pickup.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch the safety creep. Check the backer, check the backer.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check 50.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
18 on the play.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Shoot, watch the shoot.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking downfield for Joe. This is caught inside the 15. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To Johnson again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Broncos push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ball game.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Get off the train tracks.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
14. Check. Go, 4 down, 4 down. Squeeze, double. 59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. I'm coming for you, son. Check 3. Go.
Now it's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 0. Hey, alert. Hey, turn it up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Looking deep for who? And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Broncos push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They come out here in the eye. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
One more time with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Let's go. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Booster team. 36 power. Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now it's Carson, and an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Hey, alert.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
One left.
Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Alert. Watch the screen.
Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Switch. Joker.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here I come.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 20. 7-yard pickup.
Gain of 27 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Stand 258. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They'll run it with Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
258. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Calling a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Stand 258. Hey, 88. Hey, let's go. I'm coming after you. Jim. Slam. Over.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Carson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Foot. 380. Hey, alert. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run off. 43 of the mark. Good.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike, check. 59. Now watch one. Preload.
On first down, Wilson. Incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Mike, check, 59. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
32-yard line.
Right there. 54, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it with 14, run it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Mike 59.
Friday.
It's our time. Check 51.
Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calais Campbell on the stop. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Here we go.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Going deep here for Stills. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Run left, run left. 14, front it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers throwing again. And Graham's got it over the middle. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Rodgers again now. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running from the gun, Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go. Their time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check safety. Tighten up.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him. Especially on those deep passes. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning. It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
43's the mic.
Wilson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep. Don't let him breathe.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
43's the mic.
Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Broncos, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7 and 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8 and 3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.